Just before we get started, a very quick tour of the Dreamweaver Creative Cloud interface. You'll notice that I have Design View opened up here, and you can tell which layout you're in by looking up here at the pop-up window, and we're going to be working in design for most of this course. And on the left-hand side, we have the tab here that shows the document that I'm working on. So this is the index.html page that you created in tutorial 1.3. Previous to this, the PDF document that you read. Underneath the source code button up here, you can see that there's three buttons: Code, Split, and Design View. Code lets us look at the HTML code for the document. Split allows us to look at both the design window and the actual code that's being written as we design. And then this third button here is very important that you pay attention to this. Has us basically working offline in design view. If you switch to live view, you'll be able to actually see your work the way it'll be previewed as if it was in a browser. However, it's difficult to work in live view and just to be adding your elements and working for basic design. So just keep in mind that if your page looks like this and you want to just be doing some basic editing, to make sure that you switch back to design. There are great uses for live view, as you'll see in later tutorials, but for the moment let's stick in design view here. Across the other side you have the full Dreamweaver set of default panels here. The first tab is the CSS Designer. We have files. This shows us that we are connected to our root folder on the desktop, as I showed you in the PDF document. Assets, insert menu that we'll be using. Notice in the insert menu there are various objects that we can insert, but let's leave it set to HTML, which should be the default insert menu. And then snippets, for any little snippets of code that we come across, we can store them in here. If you want to collapse this set of panels, the other one, which is very important, is underneath at the bottom is a new panel called the DOM panel. DOM stands for Document Object Model, and it shows us the elements that we're working in our document. And this will become very useful. It's a great addition to Dreamweaver. It'll become very useful for us as we start to build our page out, you'll see. To get a little bit more real estate and collapse this set of panels, you can just click on this little arrow here. It'll collapse it, and you can see you can just work. If you click on these panels, they'll pop out, and then you can do your work and then snap them back into place. And then finally, in the bottom area here, you'll see your property inspector, which will allow us to manage both some basic HTML and CSS for objects that are selected in the screen. So that's a basic overview of the Dreamweaver interface, and in the next video tutorial we're going to actually start adding some elements, styling them, and finally upload to our website.